Hi friends, welcome back to my channel Only Bio. Presenting up the NCERT based MCQs from the chapter Reproduction in Organisms, all of which will help you for your different competitive exams like NEET, CET, KVPY, Olympiad, and this will also help the HSC, CBSE, IGCSE, ICSE students. So in this particular sequence, we are going to solve the NCERT exemplar problems. So let's solve the NCERT based MCQs from 11 to 20 from the chapter Reproduction in Organisms. Friends, as you can see on the left hand side, I have taken up the picture of the NCERT exemplar book itself. And if you would have seen, it includes only 18 MCQs, of which the first 10 have been already uploaded in the earlier video. And in this, we will be discussing the exemplar questions listed in the book from 11 to 18. And thereafter, I shall be including all the MCQs based on the NCERT textbook for you to have a good practice and get ready for different competitive exams. So please stay tuned and do keep a check on the playlist for many more videos. Question number 11. Which of the following statements support the view that elaborate sexual reproductive process appeared much later in the organic evolution? First, lower groups of organisms have simpler body design. Second, asexual reproduction is common in lower groups. Third, asexual reproduction is common in higher groups of organisms. Fourth, the high incidence of sexual reproduction in angiosperms and vertebrates. Choose the correct answer from the options given below. A. First, second and third. B. First, third and fourth. C. First, second and fourth. D. Second, third and fourth. And the correct answer for this question is C. That is first, second and fourth are the correct options or the correct statements here in terms of the view that sexual reproductive process appeared much later in the organic evolution. See, elaborate sexual reproductive processes appeared later on because the lower groups of organisms have simpler body design, so that can support it. Then asexual reproduction is common in the lower groups or organisms. This is also we have been studying it. And we also find a very higher incidence of sexual reproduction in angiosperms as well as vertebrates. Question number 12. Offspring formed by sexual reproduction exhibits more variation than those formed by asexual reproduction because A. Sexual reproduction is a lengthy process. B. Gametes of parents have qualitatively different genetic composition. C. Genetic material comes from parents of two different species. D. Greater amount of DNA is involved in sexual reproduction. And the correct answer for this question is B. I guess you might have guessed it right? See, offspring formed by sexual reproduction, it would exhibit much more variation. The reason is because asexual reproduction does not involve gamete formation, right? And in asexual reproduction, due to involvement of a single parent, there is no chance of variation. So variations can happen only in case of sexual reproduction. Question number 13. Choose the correct statement from amongst the following. A. Dioecious, that is hermaphrodite organisms are seen only in animals. B. Dioecious organisms are seen only in plants. C. Dioecious organisms are seen in both plants and animals. D. Dioecious organisms are seen only in vertebrates. And the correct answer for this question is C. Dioecious organisms are seen in both plants and animals. For example, papaya in case of plants, and in case of animals you can take a cockroach or earthworm, something that you will be studying in your NCERT syllabus. Question number 40. There is no natural death in single-celled organisms like amoeba and bacteria because dash. A. They cannot reproduce sexually. B. They reproduce by binary fission. C. Parental body is distributed among the offsprings. D. They are microscopic. And the correct answer for this question is C. The parental body itself is distributed among the organisms. So there is no natural death in the single-celled organisms. So they are said to be immortal many a times. Question number 15. There are various types of reproduction. The type of reproduction adopted by an organism depends on dash. A. The habitat and morphology of the organism. B. Morphology of the organism. C. Morphology and physiology of the organism. D. The organism's habitat, physiology and genetic makeup. And the correct answer for this question is D. The organism's habitat, its internal physiology and several other factors, that is genetic makeup, are collectively responsible for how it reproduces. When the offspring is produced by a single parent with or without the involvement of gamete formation, then we call it as asexual reproduction. This has been very clearly mentioned in the NCERT textbook. Question number 16. Identify the incorrect statement. A. In asexual reproduction, the offspring produced are morphologically and genetically identical to the parent. B. Zoospores are sexual reproductive structures. C. In asexual reproduction, a single parent produces offspring with or without the formation of gametes. D. Conidia are asexual structures in penicillium. And the correct answer for this question is B. This is an incorrect statement because zoospores are asexual reproductive structures. This has been again clearly mentioned in our NCERT textbook. Question number 17. Which of the following is a post-fertilization event in flowering plants? A. Transfer of pollen grains. B. Embryo development. C. Formation of flower. D. Formation of pollen grains. And the correct answer for this question is B. Embryo development. This is after fertilization. Transfer of pollen grains, formation of flower. I guess you will be able to make out this doesn't come in post fertilization. Post fertilization का मतलब होता है after fertilization. Question number 18. The number of chromosomes in the shoot tip cells of a maize plant is 20. The number of chromosomes in the microspore mother cells of the same plant shall be dash. A. 20. B. 10. C. 40. D. 15. And the correct answer for this question will be A. 20. Shoot tip cells of a maize plant represent what? A sporophytic structure. Now sporophyte means diploid, that is 2N, and microspore mother cells of the maize plant is also sporophytic structure, that is 2N. So here when it is asked that microspore mother cells contain how many chromosomes, so but obvious the answer has to be 20 chromosomes. Question number 19. The terms homothallic and monoecious are used to denote dash. A. Unisexual condition. B. Bisexual condition. C. Staminate flowers. D. Pistillate flowers. And the correct answer for this question is B. Homothallic. Homo is same, so they share the same thallus. And monoecious means the same organism has both the male and the female sex organs. So the correct answer here is bisexual condition. Question number 20. The most significant feature of vegetative propagation is that A. It is a method of producing a large number of individuals genetically identical to the parent. B. It is a method of producing a large number of individuals genetically different from the parent. C. It ensures that the progeny individuals are resistant to diseases and pests. D. It is an age-old practice. And the correct answer for this question is A. So the most significant feature of vegetative propagation is that it is a method of producing a large number of individuals genetically identical to the parent. Friends, I'm sure this series will help you. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe and keep on sharing with your friends and keep studying with me. Thank you.